All right, let's see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, the follows, all of that good stuff. Thank you for all the positive intentions towards this channel, this page, this wherever you find this reading, okay? I appreciate you. All right, all right, all right. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of? What is it that their physical eyes cannot see and physical ears cannot hear? Please help me with the messages clairvoyantly, clairaudiently, however it is you choose to deliver them. Please assist me. I'm calling on my spirit guides, my ancestors, my holy angels, my higher self. Please leave my ego behind. I do not want to hear from my ego. Please and thank you. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? All right, I just heard some things in the works. So pretty much that means there are things happening behind the scenes that, you know, you've possibly been manifesting or hoping that would take place, like some sort of change. And it is, in fact, in the workings. You might even be feeling that something is stirring up. All right, Spirit, what do you have for the collective? Get a couple more. All right, there we are. Let's go ahead and check out this bottom of the deck energy. So this is completion. This is 10 of Wands here. So this has to do with action going forward, like starting way back at the Ace of Wands, all the way now up to the 10. So that means all the efforts that have been put in, and, you know, the Wands represent actual physical action. So whatever it is that you've been pursuing, it's almost here. Well, you know, the completion is here. All we need now is the Ace of Wands, you know, to be able to say, okay, now the new beginning is here, because the ending, definitely the chapter is closing with this energy at the bottom of the deck. So this has to do with whatever else is here on the table, which we're about to get into. All right, so I couldn't help but notice that the Five of Wands was one of the first cards to fly out. Now, it looks like with the flow of the cards, you know, if I'm just interpreting, you know, just the placement, the layout of the cards on the table like I usually do. I have no rhyme or reason. This is just how I do it. But anyway, this Five of Wands lets me know that this feels like an energy that's being moved out. So that Five of Wands represents conflict. It represents competition. It just represents, you know, just, I feel like I wanted to say people trying you, or just trying to see what you got, you know, and see what you're made of. Now that could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative connotation. It just could be someone just kind of pushing you, or either they were in your life and you don't know that they were there to push you to your, you know, what was best for yourself or your greater good. You know, you didn't realize it at the time, but now possibly you do. But the good part is that they're on their way out. It's shifting. That energy is shifting out now. So now you realize the purpose of, you know, what was surrounding that person, and, you know, their feelings toward you, if they were negative or you felt like they were negative, and they probably were, but it was to push you to a higher rank. All right. Now we have the Nine. Well, it's a lot of wands out here, guys. So we have the Nine of Wands right next to that. But the Nine of Wands is sitting on top of these cards. So I do want to dive into this to give you like a summary of what's happening here. But just so you know, like the Nine of Wands is, you know, it's almost to the Ten of Wands. It's like a step below that Ten of Wands, that completion, you know, that energy at the bottom of the deck we were talking about. Now this has to do with someone who possibly they want to give up, but they're not going to, because they're determined. There's a lot of hold on just a second. All right. Someone wanted you to give up. That's the energy coming from here, from this Nine of Wands. Because it's on its side. It's not in the upright and it's not in the reverse. So I kind of have to read the energy as is, the way the placement of the card is. Someone wanted you to give up. And that would make perfect sense because the Five of Wands is here. And then that Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And it's right in between those two energies. So that was like, I'm going to try to stop this person energy over here with the Five of Wands to the left. And then over to the other side is that Ten of Wands, which is the overall energy saying, I didn't give up and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to make it to the finish line. And right in the middle is somebody like plotting. They did whatever they could or knew how to do to try to get you to change course of direction in your life, because they knew. And we'll get to whoever they is in just a moment. But they were placed there. So this is already coming together like crazy. Let me just see what else is here, just out of curiosity. All right, so I did know it was a knight because of the horse. So this is action. This is the Knight of Wands. So this is someone, their energy anyway of this Knight of Wands is flighty. They come in, but they're going to leave back out. But because it's wands, there's some sort of action that they're coming in with, right? So they're coming in to take a particular action. And the fact that they're on the horse means that they just want to come in and disrupt things, if that's what it is, and leave back out. Or they want to come in and be nosy and see what's going on, just to get just the idea of what's happening in your life, just like surveillance wise. Nine of Wands is also that kind of card. They just want to come see for themselves what's going on, just so they can keep tabs, right? So this Knight of Wands also is someone who doesn't want you to do better than them, but they feel like they have to stay on this horse and go around and be nosy and visit all those who they kind of want to keep, references on and checks and balances on, just to make sure that person's not doing better than them. That's what I'm getting from this Knight of Wands right here. And with this Nine of Wands, that just coming around being nosy. Just, did they give up yet? That's the question that they're asking. What else? What can I do now that I have visited and I know what's going on? What can I do now to try to further keep them from pursuing their goal? All right, look, we got the Emperor right behind that. So that Emperor energy is someone who deserves to be where they are. Well, it depends on what day it is, because usually this Emperor is by rank. Maybe they're the oldest, the most wisest. So they're able to hold this position whether some people like it or not. They definitely have people around them that boost the ego to say, no, King, I bow down to you. You got this. Please have a seat in your royal chair. We don't want anybody else. But then you have a whole crowd behind them like, I don't really like the Emperor. I don't really like how they do things. I don't really want to be a part of this. You're going to have both. But who really matters are the people closest to the Emperor. And those are people that they've put into position. So it's like, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. I don't know why I'm saying all this, but I know that there's a reason for this. But hang on just a second. Let me gather this, because the Three of Cups is right behind that Emperor. Because that Emperor took on a negative tone when I was speaking. So now I need to find out why. All right, you guys. So this is definitely about holding some sort of position, holding some sort of rank here, because this particular rank gives them happiness. It gives them reason to celebrate. Okay, I see where this is going. Whoo, my goodness. All right. So do you know that there are actually people who come around you to check on you? But the purpose of them checking on you is to make sure that you're not succeeding them. So even with the word succession, that has to do with, rank, right? This is all about you not ranking higher than them in their eyes. They don't want to see you doing better than them because they're already in some sort of prestigious ego here with this Emperor. And I feel like the Three of Cups has to do with when they do come around and see that, oh, you're still in the same stagnant place, or you're still in the same location that you've been in, or you're still, it seems like you haven't grown to them. But keep in mind too, this Knight of Wands, this energy is materialistic also. Like they kind of look at what actions that you're taking in order to grow. And then to them, in this energy, growth means, oh, you're still driving that raggedy car, or oh, you're still living at that certain place, or oh, like looking down upon what you have, not knowing that, you don't really subscribe to having like the big, fancy, nice things, because that doesn't define you. But what does define you is that you move in silence. And there are things that you don't want this particular person to know. So of course you're not going to come and say, well, you don't know what I'm doing behind the scenes. I got, I'm building on this, I'm doing that. This is the type of person you don't want to tell them, but trust, they're going to come back around and try to check on you and see if there's been any movement, because they don't want you to grow. They don't want you to do better than them. And this person also gets pleasure out of seeing people hurt, seeing people down, seeing people out, down and out. They like that. It gives them some sort of notch in their belt. It's also the energy I was picking up from here, but I wanted to talk about certain things first and then get that out, because ultimately that's why that Emperor took on that negative connotation, because when they come around and they see that they're, in their eyes, they're still doing good, because it looks like you're stuck, or it looks like you're not growing, right? Because you haven't like moved out of where you were. You didn't upgrade in any situation. Because you know why? Because you know to move in silence. You got good things going on for you, and they're on the way, because you've done nothing but create good karma for yourself. So you know it's coming. They know it's coming too. That's why they still try to come around to tap in. All right. That was a lot, y'all, but I had to get that out. I had to get that out because, back to this Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. What was designed to stop you? This right here, this energy right here. Okay, let's move on over here, see what's going on with this. I got a Queen of Cups sitting here, and I have a Knight of Pentacles tilting in the reverse, and then it looks like the Justice card is also on its side, but it's leaning more toward the upright, almost as if I feel like it's an energy to where it's not, do I want to say resurrecting? Is that what I want to say? Because that sounds so biblical. Like, hold on, let me see what's going on with that. All right, so we know that the Queen of Cups is someone who's understanding, compassionate. These aren't gender-based. This is the energy of this person. This is someone who really cares a lot for other people, but they forget to care about themselves. They have so much love in this cup, right? That a lot of people come and drink from it. But at the end of the day, the Queen of Cups really has a hard time replenishing that cup herself. But she likes to be able to be that person that people come to. She's like a magnet for that. So I feel like there was some sort of situation involving this Knight of Pentacles energy, to where this Queen of Cups was way too trusting. And it probably came around trusting the wrong person with this Knight of Pentacles tipping in the reverse here. And it's no surprise that the Justice card is here. But I want to see what's going on with this Queen of Cups, to where if I heard the word balance right now, so it does, with the Justice card, that is, basically balance here. So it does feel like there is some sort of resurrection, because I did mention that earlier, to where, okay, I feel like I heard they served their time. So this Queen of Cups put in the work that they didn't even know was part of some sort of process here with a particular individual or energy of an individual. Now it looks like there was some theft here with this Knight of Pentacles almost in the reverse. Or either they got away with it, but for so long, they actually didn't get away with whatever this theft was, because I'm looking at the Pentacle, obviously. So we could look at that as some sort of material come up, or it could actually be theft of money. However it is, it was something that they had taken from this Queen of Cups that did not belong to them. So I mentioned the word resurrection, you know, that's very biblical, right? So I feel like that's when I said that the time has already been put in. So this had to be some sort of process, once again, that this Queen of Cups had to endure here. But let's see. Okay, we got the gist of that, but let me see what else is here with these cards, because this energy is definitely touching this Queen of Cups. But let's see what's going on with these right here. All right, so we have the Six of Wands, which means a victory. So again, with the wands. So there are efforts that have been put in by this Queen of Cups that are leading that Queen of Cups into that victory here. It's temporary, it's short-lived, but it is an achievement that needs to be acknowledged, right? Now, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse has to do with realizing that, you know, I want to say them realizing that they didn't have to be so dependent on this person or just people in general. Possibly this is the lesson, and that was part of the process for this Queen of Cups. Realizing that they didn't have to loan themselves out to others because they felt like they needed to do that to be complete, or it made them feel, you know, or put them in a certain category of some sort of achievement whenever they were able to make themselves available to others who took advantage, right? Because that Page of Cups reverse would definitely indicate that, to where they had nothing left to give, not even the smallest increment of, you know, trying to care for someone because of the depletion. And then I also, you know, being the Queen of Cups, and then you have the Page of Cups reversed. So I'm also looking at that as, it's like every time someone came in, they took a piece of that Queen of Cups. Maybe it was just the energy surrounding this Knight of Pentacles. Maybe it just had to do with allowing that one energy in, and that kind of opened up the gateway for more like them to come in. Right? Just because of the vibration that the Queen of Cups was in. And then the vibration of that Knight of Pentacles. So it's like if the Knight of Pentacles was coming in to take or see what they can take, that just kind of opened up the gateway for other energies just like that to come into this Queen of Cups life. And there was some sort of truth that was spoken here. And I feel like whatever this little small truth was, it came from this Queen of Cups, to where, you know, they finally found, you know, their voice, or maybe just there was some sort of disruption that just kind of finally, you know, allowed them to see what was really going on, like the big picture here. And then comes the Ace of Swords, which is the brand new beginning in voicing your thoughts and opinions and really being clear about how you want this next chapter to go, how you want people to treat you, and then telling them or showing them how you want to be treated. And just, you know, basically having respect for your own self. Queen of Cups is this Ace of Swords, starting over. Just a lot of realizations, you know, in regards to, you know, I am that BITCH is what this card is giving me. And then acting like it. All right. let me put these here. I'm going to see if there are any clarifiers before I end the reading to see what's going on. Spirit, are there any clarifiers for this energy? Is there anything else that needs to be known? That card was upside down. Anything else that needs to be known, Spirit? All right, message of concern fell out up here at the top of that energy. Courtship card. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you guys. Right now. Okay. So if you're... Wow. All right, community card. So that solidifies what I'm about to say. So if you are in the dating scene, right, or you're about to jump out into the dating scene, watch out for this particular energy. When we were talking about rank earlier and people, you know, just coming around to make sure they still rank supreme over you. So it's a given if you have people in your life who you've put away, you've blocked, you know, they can't get near you physically, you don't entertain them at all, then that's one thing. But if you're in the dating scene, community card, like the dating pool, just know that there are people in particular who are seeking out individuals to be a part of their life, their energy, just for the sole purpose of them remaining in some sort of ego-based relationship with you, to where they're able to keep an ideal rank and make sure that you don't surpass them. So they would, I mean, this is just leading up to, you know, supply and how narcissists seek out their next victim. They want to see you doing good, but not better than them. And then they'll put plans in action to not help you succeed or be a successor of their energy and who they are. Just be mindful of that. I'm just told to mention that because a courtship card definitely came out. So that means getting to know people, meeting new people, and possibly it turning into, you know, something serious. But, you know, even when I was talking about the dating pool, there are just a lot of energies to where people have to feel superior right now. There are those that are just kind of sitting back, chilling. We're, you know, trying to get ourselves together. We've been through some storms, so now it's kind of quiet on the front, and now we're just kind of picking up the pieces and going, you know, and you know, waiting for the blessings to arrive and all. I'm just speaking, you know, on just third person energy or whatever. But you have those who are not used to, you know, how the economy is. So they're feeling insecure about a lot of things right now. So what makes them feel good, going back to this energy earlier with that Emperor and that Three of Cups, what makes them feel good about themselves is knowing that no one's doing better than them. And what better way to do that is to meet someone new, make sure they got it going on, but then also keep in mind and making sure that they don't do better than you. That's the energy of that Emperor. But I'm just saying, it just feels like this is possibly an energy that's running rampant out there. I'm pointing toward the window. So out there. So I just don't want you to set yourself up knowing that this energy is out here because you heard it from me, and then realizing that it's too late. So if there were certain cues to pay attention to, let me see what kind of cues, Spirit, what can they pay attention to? So I'm just seeing, like, you know, the guy, he drives a nice car, you know, he looks like he takes care of himself. But he has dark energy. But up front, it seems like he's agreeing to everything you say. He's like, yeah, sure, yeah. You know, he's really giving off that energy of, I support you, by what he's, you know, agreeing with what you're saying. But behind that, because it's a mask, behind that is that one who he takes off, you know, in his Porsche, but as he's driving down the road, his thoughts are, man, she's got this, she's got that. You know, he's driving a nice car, but he doesn't know the prospects of his future. He doesn't know if he's going to be able to keep that car, that nice car. He doesn't know if he's going to be able to upgrade soon, because, you know, he can't keep, you know, one car for too long. You know, they have to upgrade. You just based on, you know, their friends and how they think they should be appearing to others. You know, he's on his way to, you know, wherever he's staying. And he's not sure about that either. He just knows he needs something obtainable around him. And it might be you. Even though you're a human being, you're like an item, right? So what better thing to make him feel good about himself? Because right now he doesn't really feel good about himself, even though on the outside it looks like he's okay. But behind that is that dark energy. They're looking at you like, okay, this can probably help me feel better about myself. This can, but see, what you're doing is, if you're seeing that his energy as, man, that's the perfect match. He has a nice car. He talks about, you know, this and that, and, you know, the 6-figure income and salary, and he's flying all over the place. That may be true. It may not. You won't know, because he's feeding you information that he feels is going to get you on board. This feels like elementary talk, but then again, just hear me out where I'm going. So once you agree to link up with this person, next thing you know, you're moving in with them, right? Or he's moving in with you, or y'all getting a place together, right? Because it seemed like, oh my God, he's saying all the right things. And I'm sorry to be gender-based, but that's kind of what I was picking up, because you need to know about this dark energy that's out here right now. Because these energies are looking for placement in a good spot, because where they are is not good. So they need to be in a good spot right now, which is you. So what I was getting to is, you know, those energies coming together and then realizing it's a little too late. And then, you know, them knowing that I got exactly what it is I sought out and what I knew I was going to get. Because this is like starting all over from where you realize you're stuck with some demonic entity by way of a person, you know, because the person's gone. It's the entity had taken over and it was too late. So now that a lot of the collective has been freed from that, now starts the new cycle of this starting all over again to unsuspecting people, because they've never heard this kind of talk. So that Emperor, right now, they look good. They're sitting high, but just know in disguise. I'm going back to the original energies from the beginning of the reading, but I've maintained this throughout. That Emperor is disguised right now, you guys. They're really the Knight of Wands. You see that? And they're only here right now for a good time. But then they leave you eventually depleted. Look at the 5 of Wands here. Look at the 9 of Wands. That's surveillance. That's watching. That's about to give up. Maybe, I don't know. I might give up. I don't know. But it's designed. You guys, this is designed. So these people are out here with their low self-esteem, but they look like they got it going on, but they just need to feel superior because that's the lifestyle that they come from, right? So now they got to go out and find new supply. All right, you guys, I mean, I could keep going, but, you know, this is a collective reading, so this is for somebody, and you possibly have already been through this and not even knowing. And maybe you know all about this. So I'm talking to a lot of different people right now. But anyway, I hope this helps.